Scene: Yoda and Murray Bookchin debate anarchism and democracy in the Heavenly Lounge. The Heavenly Lounge glows with a celestial shimmer, the starry constellation of Rojava twinkling above as a beacon of hope and liberty. Yoda has just finished his monologue on the political compass, his cup of solidarity tea steaming gently as he sits on his fluffy cloud, cane in hand. His celestial tablet is paused mid-binge, Star Wars and Star Trek episodes having fueled his reflections. Unbeknownst to Yoda, Murray Bookchin, a historian, eco-thinker, and former anarchist, has been quietly listening from a nearby cloud, his own tablet filled with notes on Spanish anarchism and democratic ideals. Bookchin, who once called Yoda a green anarchist for his love of nature and liberty, decides to join the conversation, intrigued by Yoda's praise for the Spanish Civil War anarchists. Bookchin's later rejection of anarchism in favor of democracy and order shapes his perspective, and he's eager to discuss the misconceptions of anarchism, the role of violence, and the pursuit of pure democracy. Yoda sipping his tea, his ears twitching as he mutters to himself, Spanish anarchists brave, they were. Libertarian Left, they shone, yes? Smiles warmly collectives, they built. Money, they abolished. Freedom, they shared. Nods dark side, they fought. Franco, a tyrant he was, yes? Mimics Franco's voice. Order I bring, obey you will. Chuckles darkly chaos, they did not bring order. In freedom they found, Sips his tea, his eyes glowing with admiration. Murray Bookchin emerging from behind a nearby cloud, his voice warm but firm. Yoda, my green friend? I couldn't help but overhear. Sorry for not saying hi sooner, but your thoughts were too fascinating to interrupt. Laughs your right to praise those Spanish anarchists. I wrote about them, you know, in the Spanish Anarchists, the heroic years. They were incredible. Collectives in Aragon, Catalonia, peasants and workers running their own lives, face-to-face democracy at its finest. Pauses, smiling, you're a green anarchist at heart, aren't you? All that love for nature and liberty. It's why I called you that once, chuckles. Yoda turning to Bookchin, his eyes twinkling with mischief. Bookchin, you are. Eavesdropper? Sneaky? Laughs softly, green anarchist. You call me nature I love, yes. Pats the cloud beside him, liberty, warm it is. Like Rojava's stars, it shines, Nods Spanish anarchists I praised. Collectives, they built. Unity, they found, yes? Tilts his head, but anarchist you were. Then not, I hear, Smiles slyly, democracy you chase. Purist you seek, yes? Tell me, wise one, why leave anarchy you did? Sips his tea, his ears perking up. Bookchin sitting beside Yoda, his tone earnest but playful. Oh, Yoda, you've done your homework. Laughs, yes, I was an anarchist for decades, proud of it too. I saw in anarchism a vision of freedom, a way to shake off hierarchy, like those Spanish anarchists did in 1936. They showed the world what self-management looks like. Factories run by workers, villages by peasants, no money in some places. Smiles wistfully, but by the late 1990s, I broke with anarchism. Not because I stopped believing in liberty, but because I saw its limits. Pauses, his tone serious. Anarchism, you see, is often misunderstood. People hear anarchy and think chaos, violence, bombs, like the dark side you always talk about. Chuckles, they think it's all disorder, but that's not what it's supposed to be. Anarchism means without rulers, not without order. The Spanish anarchists proved that. They built order through democracy, not chaos. Nods, but too many anarchists I met later on, especially the lifestyle anarchists, were more about personal rebellion than collective freedom. They'd rather dance in the streets than build institutions for lasting change. Shakes his head, that's not enough, Yoda. We need structure, democracy, real democracy, where people govern themselves face to face like in those Spanish collectives. That's why I turned to communalism. Pure democracy, not just anti-authority. Smiles, I wanted order, but the kind that serves liberty, not oppression. Yoda nodding thoughtfully, his voice curious. Wise words you speak. Misunderstood anarchy is, yes? Tilts his head, chaos, violence, dark side they are, Furrows his brow, Spanish anarchist order they built. Assemblies they held, freedom they guarded, yes? Smiles, but violence I ponder. Dark side it tempts, Mimics an angry anarchist, fight we must, burn we will. Chuckles darkly, violence when use we should. Sips his tea, his eyes fixed on Bookchin, democracy. Purist you seek, order you love, yes? Tell me, Bookchin, violence where fits it does. Leans forward, his ears twitching. Bookchin laughing softly, his tone reflective. You cut right to the heart of it, Yoda. Smiles violence. It's a tricky thing, isn't it? I'll tell you what I learned from the Spanish anarchists in my own journey. Anarchism isn't about violence by nature. Some anarchists, like Paye Margall, rejected it outright, pushing for gradual change instead. Nods, but Spain in the 30s? It was a pressure cooker. Landlords, the church, the army, all oppressing the people. The anarchists, especially the CNT5, fought back hard. Street battles in Barcelona, militias against Franco's forces. They had to. Pauses. His tone serious. I've always said violence should be the last resort, Yoda. Only when there's no other way to stop tyranny. The Spanish anarchists didn't start with violence. They started with assemblies, collectives, democracy. But when Franco's tanks rolled in, what choice did they have? Shrugs, they fought to protect their freedom, not to sow chaos. Smiles wryly, the dark side, as you'd call it, creeps in when violence becomes the goal, not the means. When it's glorified like some anarchists did, fetishizing action over reason. That's what I couldn't stand in the end. Mindless aggression, no structure, no plan. Chuckles, I'm for order, Yoda. Democratic order. Face-to-face assemblies, confederations, people governing themselves. That's the light side, if you ask me. Pure democracy, where power rests with the people, not elites. Nods, firmly violence? Only when the dark side leaves no other path, like when Franco's fascists came knocking. Laughs, but I'd rather build than burn, wouldn't you? Yoda, laughing heartily, his voice playful. Build, not burn. Wise you are, Bookchin, yes? Claps his hands, violence. A last resort, it is dark side, it tempts, but light side, it guides. Smiles warmly, Spanish anarchists I see, fought they did, but freedom they sought, yes? Nods, assemblies they held, democracy pure they lived, tilts his head, order you love, communalism you call it, yes? Chuckles like Jedi Council, but better, Mimics a stern Jedi Master, vote we must, together we decide. Laughs softly, force it teaches, balance we seek, power with people it rests, yes? Sips his tea, his eyes twinkling dark side, in chaos it lurks. Violence, unchecked, a trap it is, Nods, democracy, purest, light side it shines, yes? Smiles slyly, green anarchist I may be, but democracy I love too, Winks at Bookchin. Bookchin grinning, his tone warm and teasing, you're a quick learner, Yoda. Laughs, yes. Communalism is all about that pure democracy. Power with the people, not above them. Like your Jedi Council, but with less robes and more open votes. Chuckles, the Spanish anarchists got so close, they showed us what's possible when people take charge. But the dark side, as you say, is always there. Chaos, violence, division. That's why I moved away from anarchism's label. It's too easily twisted into disorder by those who don't understand it. Pauses. Smiling, you know, Yoda. Your love for nature fits right in with communalism too. We need ecological harmony. Communities living with the earth, not against it. Nods, that's the kind of order I'm after. Liberty, democracy, and ecology. All in balance. Last, maybe I'll call you a green communalist now. How's that sound? Yoda laughing so hard he nearly spills his tea, his voice mischievous. Green communalist, I am now. Labels many you give, Bookchin, Giggles, nature I love. Earth I guard, yes? Pats the cloud, democracy pure. Like Rojava, like Spanish collectives, it shines, Nods, balance we seek, force it teaches, light side it guides, yes? Smiles warmly, chaos, violence, dark side they are, but order with freedom we find, Chuckles, communalism I like, Jedi way it fits, yes? Mimics a democratic vote. I say, liberty for all, laughs heartily, wise friend. You are, talk more we must, Sips his tea, his eyes glowing with delight. Bookchin smiling, his tone warm. Oh, we'll talk more, Yoda. I've got plenty more to share. Laughs, maybe we'll even start a heavenly assembly right here. Vote on the best tea flavor. Winks, but you're right. Balance is the key. Let's keep the light side strong, my friend. Raises his own cup of tea in a toast. Yoda raising his cup, his voice playful. To balance, to liberty, to democracy pure, yes? Clinks cups with Bookchin, force it flows. Light side, we shine, Laughs softly.